Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to episode number 69 of my lower league management playthrough in Football Manager 2016 with FC United. And today we've got 3 home games in this episode. First up, in the FA Cup against Eastleigh, a game we really should be winning. We are in the better division. They're in the league below us in the conference. And we are at the top of League 2 right now, hopefully going for promotion. Obviously, still a second half of the season, a bit more than that as well to go, but we are in a good position, only losing 3 league games so far. But you may notice overall balance, it looks good, doesn't it? But it is lower. We were over 2 million after the player we sold. Just to update you guys on that as well, we'll go into the transfer history. We sold Ewan Fulton for 2.5 million to Celtic. But it's being eaten into mostly by our wages, judging off the stats. If we go into the expenditure and we'll go to this season, what has been the biggest expenses? It's the player wages, and half of that as well, tax. So tax is taking away quite a bit, judging off that. Like, you say the wages a lot, the tax is the next highest, and there's other. What's other? What is exactly that? Other. Advertising, supplies, and other general expenses. But yeah, it's third most. So yeah, what do you think do we do? Because obviously we need good players. Like, obviously you're going to spend a decent amount on wages if you want to get promoted and improve your team. But yeah, it's stuck that way. Do we have to sell a player like a region every year like that, just to stay afloat? Because if we didn't sell him, we would be in the red like we were last season, but even worse. Like, we've made still a loss this season. Like, it would be around 700k, 800, I guess. So, yeah, that's going to keep going, you would imagine. So, maybe leave some insight to that, because I haven't really gone too deep into a lower league management save for a few years now. So, yeah, in terms of, I wouldn't say, well, I guess improvement, it's not a good thing, but just additions to, lower league management in the game in terms of finances and money going out that you spend and everything like that. But we will be heading into this game against Eastleigh. We have to win, you would like to think. Like I said, they're in the conference. Just give you an update where they're at. It's at home for us, and we've got a week break between every game in this episode, so that's all good. They're about mid-table in the conference. We'll check out their players. Do they have many injuries? They've got one goalkeeper, ineligible. He's on loan, so he's not allowed to play in cup matches. And Daniel Kemp, who's played 11 games this season, so he's kind of a key player, I suppose. And then another player on loan is ineligible, Liam Brady, and he's played 17 games for them, like a key centre mid, and their morale is really, really poor. And also, they've got Joe Wheatley, the man with the blue hair. So, yeah, they have a few things going on. He's not a terrible player, quickly looking at his attributes, though. But we should be expecting to win this one. Let's head on into it and advance to the next stage. So guys, quite a few games have been panning out fairly similarly, where there's not too many highlights. As I'm speaking now, the first highlight of the half, 30 minutes through, maybe we could score. Grant, Stanley plays into Thompson. Oh, that was a good shot, but well saved. And then the cross, there was no one there to find it. But now Demetriou to play in, but the highlight is over. Demetriou, actually, he's having the best game for us, 7.1 rating so far, but not too much happening. Okay, highlight just before half-time. I was a bit scared, maybe we wouldn't score before half-time. I'd love to score. That would be amazing, just before half-time. Been a bit of a boring half, to be honest. Would be nice to steal one late. Thompson, we've had a couple really good chances, and George Grant is not gonna give that opportunity up, really. I didn't even think he was going to score, or we were going to score after that chance. I thought it would have been over, so I was thanking God for that. And we did have 6 shots on target in this first half, and they've all been half chances. Well, we've had 6 half chances, and we've got 6 on target. But Harness, after that, I thought it would have been over. But then Grant, with the goalkeeper out of position, he just placed that. No chance of saving it. He steps up once more, George. So we've got to about 60 minutes now, still holding on to the 1-0. I feel we'll just make a normal change for us. Maybe Marcus Maddison, who's on a yellow card, not having the best of games. We shall bring on Graham Burke now. Been playing him as striker in recent times, as the false 9, as more the creative role, as he's more than that than a general poacher or advanced forward. Definitely not a target man like Thompson. But yeah, hopefully he could just continue that in just being involved in goals, or be scoring or creating from the left wing now. That would be most ideal. So he'll come on. He's a very good player. He's one of our better players, like rating wise, especially. But yeah, with Simon Thompson back, he's not going to be starting as a striker as much, obviously. And we got like Jane Gordon. He's been on good form, scoring goals. So yeah, very tricky. Like I said, he's been on scoring form, Gordon. But yeah, Simon Thompson, obviously our big potential player. And I talked about finances. I don't really want to sell Thompson. But yeah, like he's a big hope for us. But if we get a really, really big offer, we may need to take it. Okay, free kick from Burke, finds Gordon, and he comes on again. So I'm not as excited now for him scoring because he's been doing it so much. It's like all the time he finds the back of the net in the last month or so. Most games, so even if he comes on or he's starting, I think he's going to become a really good player for us because he's still got potential in him, obviously. But his age, around 24, he probably won't increase massively, but he will continue to improve as a player, and he's got that championship potential, isn't it? So yeah, who knows how far he can take us. But that will be the game. There is a late corner though. Could anything happen? Stanley, he could have had an opportunity to have a strike, but it's 2-0. It's a performance you expect. Wasn't our best performance, but difference in quality once more shows. And that's the thing as well. We've got promoted, like, where Eastleigh are right now, we were in the division below that, obviously. And then we got promoted to the conference, and then we got promoted to League 2. So how I've mentioned it before, but I'm really happy with how I've been able to grow the club, improve the quality that's actually at the club. I think we've done well in that way. And also with the chance, I talked about how I haven't done one in recent times, that I've gotten really far in terms of what division I get to, like promotions. But this could actually be real. We could actually get to the Premier League. Drop in the comments and drop a like on the video as well if you actually believe I can get to the Premier League now with this team, because the improvement is definitely there over the course of this save so far. We continue that, and most definitely I think it could be a real thing to happen to FC United in the Premier League. That would be amazing. So we have made it now to the FA Cup third round draw, where big teams, I think this is the first time where we would have a chance to draw someone like Chelsea, Manchester City, all those big teams. So it'll be very interesting. We'll draw all at once because, yeah, so many to do individually, and we get drawn. If it was going to be against a team in a different or in a better division, we'll say, I would have wanted just to be a Premier League team and take the loss, but yeah, get some good money. But we are playing away from home, and it's against Walsall, and they're in League 1. I hope they're not doing too well in League 1 to give us some hope. Well, they're 19th. It could have been a tougher draw, but in terms of a chance of winning it, but it is away from home, so it's still going to be really, really tough. When is that game going to be played? Okay, yeah, a few games time, but we'll be in the next episode. Actually, because I'll play next to will be the last game of the next episode, just to get the anticipation up for that. Who knows? They've got some good players. I can notice a few, like Cameron Brannigan, ex-Liverpool youth player. So, yeah, he's not too bad. He moved to Walsall. But, yeah, and they got relegated a couple seasons ago in the Championship, from the Championship in this save specifically. So I still think they'll have the better quality. But we'll just have to see how it goes down. Do you think we could beat them? And we do have some big news now. Broadhurst Park expansion is completed. The board are delighted to announce that the planned ground expansion has been completed. This expansion increases the stadium seating capacity by 1,490 seats, some of which have been installed in parts of the old standing areas. The all-seater stadium will now accommodate a total of 2,000 spectators. Broadhurst Park in Manchester was built in 2013. The all-seater stadium has room for 2,000 supporters, with the potential to be expanded to a capacity of 20,000. The pitch was last relayed in May. So there you go. What interests me is the potential capacity of 20,000. That would be amazing. So it's good to see there's growth in it. We don't need to build a new stadium. So that's pretty good. But guys, now we are back in the league with a match against Grimsby. They're in 8th. They're fighting for a playoff position. They're still within tact. Yeah, so most definitely it's not going to be an easy game. We're going to have to be at our best. I don't think we were at our best in the previous game. Tom Pearson, giving him more game time. Even though Tafari Moore, he's an excellent player. He's been so good. But Tom Pearson wants to be playing more, and you can't really disregard his average rating. Technically, I know he's played fewer games than Tafari Moore, but he's got a better average rating. And last 5 games, even though, Tafari Moore, you can't complain about his, but even Tom Pearson, his is better. And that's probably a bit more impressive considering his lower role suitability and role ability. Most definitely half a gold star. So, I think we'll stick with the same lineup. Like I said, a lot of players are fit. Like got some superb morales in there as well. And it should be good enough. Let's head into the game and look for the 3 points. Oh no, we've got an injury. Marcus Maddison about 20 minutes in. That's massive. Knocked out pretty much right away. We're going to have to bring on Graham Burke. No doubt Graham Burke, as I mentioned, is a good player, like for like, but Marcus Maddison is a consistent performer, and Graham Burke probably hasn't been that consistent so far, but we've had more of Marcus Maddison. So, it's a chance for him to step up now, Graham. Okay, it's a free kick here. Oh, come on. Paul McCallum scores 7th goal of the season. Really disappointed because I was almost waiting for that next highlight later in the half, and I was about to say nothing really happened aside from that injury we picked up. And then, so who's that? Mason. He's not doing as well as I would like him to in recent times. And I think the partnership of Frowen and Mason lacks experience at times because you need that real leader at the back. I don't think we have that. Like, Mason is a bit older than Frowen. Frowen is a really young player, like youngster. If he was at a big team, like he came from Manchester United, I'll just show you for example. Like he's still young. He's only 18. Like at Manchester United, he would have just been in the youth team. Such a big difference. But even Niall Mason, who's 23, a guy like 23, he would normally be partnered with a more experienced guy, and we don't have that. Because they're still good quality. They're definitely good enough, and they've shown that this season. But sometimes I think we show a lack of experience. But we're going to go aggressive. We're going to change a few things here. We're going to go more attacking because we do have the attacking quality to do so. We'll go higher tempo and more direct passing, take out play out of defense, and be more expressive. So, early highlight. This is exactly what we would want. We would want to score an early goal. So, Stanley now to Pearson. Harness. He goes back a bit, finds Stanley. Pearson, we're waiting for the right opportunity here. Stanley into Harness. It's good possession. Really good. Could lead to a goal, and does. That was a fantastic, patient, well-worked team goal. Just everyone was involved with that, not one specific player. See Pearson as well, he played it into Harness. Very dangerous ball as well. Graham Burke, he's going to reap the rewards, getting a goal to his name. And he'll get some confidence from that, which is needed for him, especially with Maddison now injured. Come on, boy, show something. I don't want to wait till the end of this game and there's no highlight, but only 10 minutes remaining now. There's a good chance. Like, all that time could pass without a highlight. Are you serious, though? Are you actually serious? I went probably attacking as I could, suiting the positions. Oh my god, surely there has to be something. Are you joking? I guess you are. I guess they are joking, because there's not going to be another highlight apart from the one at the end of the game. So I'm just, like, predicting what is going to happen. And there it is. Oh, that's disappointing. I hate when that happens. It happens not regularly, but I know the games, when it happens, like, happen again. Just one of those games, there's not a highlight for, like, last 20 minutes. It's pretty disappointing, to be honest. And we do get a pretty big injury to Marcus Maddison, out for 7 to 9 weeks. That is a massive injury. He'll be treated by the physios. And there you go. One of your most important players just like that. But the positive is, like, from last season compared to now we have more key players. Graham Burke simply comes in for Marcus Maddison. And I guess Solomon Otobor, if you're wondering about him, he's going to make the bench now and, maybe can use his pace a bit more. We haven't really used him for a while. He had an injury, so we'll just take him off the 90 minutes for the reserves because we need to be playing him. Ideally off the bench. I think his pace will be reflected more. He's still got a bit of potential in him as well. Another 24-year-old with potential. But next game, Oxford, that is at home as well. They're 12th. Could potentially be tricky as well. Good thing is we're still 4 points clear at the top of the table. Third and final game now, guys. It is against Oxford. They're 12th. Should be looking for a victory here. Hopefully a better performance than the last game. It was a bit disappointing, wasn't it? I felt we could have created more, but we simply didn't. Jane Gordon is going to be starting now. Also, we have brought in Tafari Moore. Not to say Pearson was terrible in the last game. I feel Tafari Moore just brings more to the team. He's got more about him. I keep saying his name, but I have to. Yeah, he's just got so much attributes to his game. Really, he's fantastic. So, we will get into the game now. Okay, early throw in here. Could be opportunity, obviously, for either side. Pemberton on the ball right now. He plays it into Barnum Bob. He looks to get the cross in. Oh, it's dangerous. And it's another goal from across. And this time, it's Callum O'Dowda. We concede an early goal. I have a bad feeling about this game already. So this has been a pretty underwhelming first half, considering we have had 62% of possession. So in the second half, we definitely have to do something about that. Again, we have to go attacking, I suppose. It just feels like I'll make a similar change, but we will play out of defense and a higher tempo. It does feel like the same thing all over again. We'll go more direct passing. What would you do? Let me know. I'm up to here. I don't see it too often, like tactical suggestions. Be more expressive, maybe. Yeah, but it feels like I do. And yeah, high defensive line. Is there something maybe you would do? You would do different. We'll see either way if that will make a difference on this occasion. We'll say assertively, I expect to see much better. Yeah, guys, I'm really frustrated with how we're playing right now. You're not really seeing it in my reactions. When the game is just playing through and I'm not commentating, it's just like, oh, come on, show me something. Like when I'm waiting for another highlight to show up, just like in my head, it's just a lot of disappointment. Graham Burke, bring on Otobor, like I said, I suppose. And we'll switch it up. And Marcus Harness, at least we'll play him inside forwards. I feel we're missing an inside forward. We did pretty well when we used those. And having both wingers, I feel we're missing a bit more. But yeah, Solomon Otobor will be as a winger because he's not inside forward. We'll bring him on. I'm not sure anyone else. Again, this time Lewis Foreman is not really having a good game. So we will, in fact, bring on O'Driscoll, central midfields. And yeah, last time, as I said, I'd do these changes, but nothing really happens. Majorly anyway. But we'll see. We'll see now. Okay, I've already got a next tactical plan, I suppose you can say, if we don't score. But if we do, that will be okay. Especially if we concede. That would be disastrous. And they have the opportunity. It's Jones. We do eventually get that, but when I knew that was going to be a highlight for them, all in my head was, it's not going to be a highlight for us. I wasn't like caring if we concede again. But yes, I know I might have to do something more drastic now. So Gordon, we're going to be going with two strikers. John Marquise, who's going to be starting today, took out Simon Thompson because just not doing enough. I know, limited chances, isn't it? But who am I going to be taking off now? I think it is going to be... you can't take off George Grant. Like, he's just ever reliable. There you go. Marquise. And we'll go with two central midfielders. Marquise, I think he would have to go target man and on attack. Also, overload. Again, it's just over 20 minutes left. We will go the route one, but also pump the ball into the box now. With the big man up front in Marquise. And we'll hit... what do we do? Do we look for the overlap? I think we're going to look for the overlap. Mixed crosses, we will alter to float with Marquise there. Be very dangerous. And roam from positions. Okay, it's a throw-in for them. Could they finish off the game? It's O'Dowda. And they do. and I feel really disappointed right now. It's not like we have been terrible. Oxford, they've had a few chances in the game as well, so it's not one of those games, maybe, 2 shot on target, 2 goals. Definitely, that's not the case here today. But we haven't really done anything with our chances. We've had 7 shots on target, believe it or not. That's what the stats say, but I find that hard to believe. Okay, they have another opportunity, this time from a corner. I just hope we intercept somehow, but I can't really see it happening. Oh, we are in a slump right now. We are in a form slump. It's hard to watch. That's the biggest thing. What I'm feeling right now. It's hard to watch, and they have players free. I know that can happen when you're going really attacking, and that's not our general setup. So guys, that does appear to be it. We're just going through a tough time right now. This does happen in Football Manager and in real life in football. You can't be dominating like game in, game out, week in, week out. We just, the lads, I think we may need to have a bit of a talk with them. So I may do that. But yeah, I'm just not happy. Like, I've got to have something different. I'd like to think we're still at top of the table. That's what I mean. We're like not getting results. No, we've actually lost this game at home 3-0. Very disappointing. But yeah, we just need something not different tactically because, you know, we have dominated this season most definitely. But I think it's more in the heads of the players. That's what I got to work out. So guys, that's going to be it for this episode. A bit disappointing. The FA Cup was the positive, I suppose you can say. Last 2 games weren't very impressive considering they were at home with the new capacity as well. That's a bit disappointing. But I guess we'll check out if that was affected or not. It is. Well, 2,000. I know it's not. I don't know. I just expected it to be. Yeah, I don't know. And it was 2,000. I know it said something about 2,000. Is the capacity less now? I hope that's not the case, but I have a very bad feeling. We increased the stadium capacity, but if 2,000 is the max when we could get 3,725 before, I don't know. To me, that doesn't make sense. Hopefully, it's just one of those things. Okay, it's gone. It's 2,000 all-seater now. We're getting less, and it doesn't make sense. But, I actually don't understand that. Before the increase, we were getting more than that. So, yeah, if you can understand that, massive applause to you because I can't. Either way, I hope you enjoyed it. We're still top of the tables. That's good. Drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.